Oh, I did 1 Minute Man on it, and I showed you the new episodes are out tonight. As you're listening to this, they'll already be out. I'm so fucking gassed up for them, bro. This look at that fucking guy. It's ridiculous. The Megan Fox chick, she goes, spoiler alert, they go back to her family, and it's like 3 other sisters, and she's like, tell him, who do I get? And one of them's like, Carrie Underwood, and the other one's yelling Megan Fox, and I was like, what is going on here? It's if you're not watching Love Is Blind, there's this girl who told one of the contestants in Love Is Blind, you talk to somebody through a wall, and then they propose to you like sight unseen. And she said, now to be fair, she goes, I get somebody too all the time, and I don't really see it, and I think it's only because I have dark hair and light eyes, but and all the guy heard and wanted to hear was Megan Fox. So he's just like on a one-way track because he wanted it to be true. But she did try to discount it as much as she could. But my God, we're not talking about just like any old celebrity lookalike. You picked one of the most iconically attractive women of all time in a lie that you have to know.
Yeah,
just look at yourself. Like this. That chick is gonna come to roost. And not only that, the girl she's in the love triangle with, which was known. It was known that they were both kind of going after the same guy. Looks a lot like Megan Fox. So you're running around saying I look like Megan Fox when the other girl looks like Megan Fox, and you decidedly don't. Now, to be fair, Chelsea is being very cool and humble about it on the internet, which kind of ruins all the fun. Because I want to be like, is this bitch out of her fucking mind? But everything she's posted on Instagram since has been like, the internet is flaming me. I've learned my lesson. I'm never going to talk about celebrity lookalikes ever again. I'm almost hoping that on the new episode, she's like drunk and obnoxious so that I can be mean about it because it's more fun that way. But it is, this guy, Jimmy, reached out, by the way. This motherfucker, I posted a video. He comments on it, and he was like, wow, like, KFC talking about me. Never thought I'd see the day. So I DM him, and he says something like, yo, put me on Barstool. I'll give you guys, like, my first exclusive interview. And I was like, cool, bet. Like, let's do it. And then he goes, well, who am I going to be talking with? I was like, fucking me, dude. and then he goes, all right, I got to see if Love Is Blind will let me do that. I was like, what, did I just get big time by fucking ugly, dumb, drunk doofus Jimmy?
That's crazy. Fuck, that guy's not coming on this fucking show.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. He's the schlubby Francis is what he is. He has a terrible fade, and he kind of has like this Francis vibe to him, except he's like a goofy drunk. I shouldn't say drunk. He's definitely drunk in the one video, but in the one episode. But yeah. He was, as soon as I was like, yeah, me. He's like, well, we got to see.
That's crazy.
Fuck off, Jimmy.
That's an insane. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, no, fuck this guy.
That's insane. I don't know anything about these people, but I know I don't like this guy.
Yeah, no, he's his shit's for the birds. The other girl, the super hot chick, Jessica, is also, I don't know whether she just is like this level-headed woman or like she knows that the cameras are on and she's going to like, make sure she comes off looking good. But I'm pretty sure every step of the way she's like very level-headed in the most absurd of circumstances. I can't even fucking imagine when that wall opens up and you expect Megan Fox and you see someone who doesn't look like Megan Fox, and then you have the reunion.
Has he seen her at this point?
No. Has he? They've seen other... No, so there's this other chick, AD. She's this black chick. Baddie. Body like crazy. They asked her, how'd you get your body? She goes, Jesus and squats, girl. And he's like all shit-faced. And the Megan Fox lookalike is next to him. And he's just like, yo, that girl is stacked. It's just the most like ridiculous, whacked out, demented show you've ever seen. And this cast is one for the ages. So anybody else, you're welcome to come on the show. Just fuck you, Jimmy. You schlubby Francis. But yeah, the second half of season 6 is now out. So even if you're not a reality, like I'm not a huge Bravo guy, I'm not a huge reality show guy. I dabble in a couple of them. This one is always like, there's the way they edit it. Some of these wackos, they are just. And then there's actually normal people too. I think there's actually a pretty decent hit rate on people who just like got married.
Really?
It's like, yeah, not, it's probably like 15, 20%,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
still like more than, zero. Like there was a couple that met each other on this one, and they're both very religious, and they're both like waiting to have sex till marriage, and they were talking about God and everything, and they're just like, at least as of right now, maybe that guy. So I don't know. I up until this point, we've always proven on the show decidedly love is 100% not blind.
Yeah.
It's 100% people need to like see you and be attracted to you. But yeah, if you're not watching, give it a whirl because it is. Man, I would love to get Jackie on Love Is Blind. Jack, you would be so good on Love Is Blind. Cause
I would love to be on it.
yes.
Would you really?
I mean, I've never watched it, so I don't know, but like.
Oh, I think
You're
you'd be
like you're weird. You'll like pop up. Do you watch reality TV? 'Cause you don't talk about it a lot, but then like it comes up and you're like, I'd be on.
Well, Love
Like,
Island
is
was
that
your
just because
jam,
it's
right?
reality TV, or do you know these shows?
I watched Love Island.
You watch that,
And like Vanderpump Rules and everything like that.
Right, but you just got into Vanderpump, right?
Yeah, I just got into Vanderpump, but like Love Island, I strictly want to be on Love Island just because like it looks like a good hang. Like I just think it'd be fun to like.
Well, this is kind of cool too because you go on quote unquote dates and you go into the pods they call it, and you sit and you have like they give you food and wine and shit, and you just talk to someone through a wall for a few hours, and then you go back to like your quarters where it's like that's where the women and the guys all hang. So you kind of like hang with the fellas and then go on these weird dates, or you hang with the girls and then go on these weird dates.
Fucking chick. I'll be back.
Yeah, basically.
Save my seat. Save my
Right. That's exactly what I. But then then it gets competitive because you like realize you're going for the same girls, you stop hanging out and shit like that. But I could see you being a very good, like on the date, just getting drunk and asking weird questions, and being like the girl's favorite back in the, when they're all hanging out.
I mean, if somebody can get me on Love Is Blind, I will 1,010%.
Okay.
go
All
on
right.
Love Is
That's
Blind.
that's my goal. I'm gonna try to get you on Love Is Blind. They do it in cities though. They like, and I don't think they'd like come to New York. They go like they did it in like North Carolina and
Are all these
Houston.
people from the region?
I think so.
Oh,
Because they want you're supposed to get married, so like they have to make sure. No, if it's like
Yeah,
we live
yeah.
on opposite sides of the country, like this is not gonna work. So they want people to actually get married. So maybe they'll do one in New York. I'm just waiting. There's gonna come a day. I've been saying this for 6 seasons now. There's going to come a day where there's going to be a morbidly obese person. Or just a truly heinous person. There's some sexy people, but usually they're like pretty normal. And there's going to come a day where they've got some duds. And that wall's going to go up. And someone's going to go like, fuck. Like not be able to control
can
the
you just
reaction.
ask and you'd be like, on a regular day, how many calories do you eat?
Dude, one guy was like, so would I be able to like lift you over my head? It was like,
Well, that's a pretty low, high bar. Like lift you over my head.
yeah, well, whatever he said, he was like, would I be able to carry you or whatever? You're really not supposed to talk about. That's why this girl broke like the cardinal rule by doing the celebrity lookalike thing. Other people have been like, so do you go to the gym a lot? Do you like, how much do you eat? Like, just basically being like, are you fat or
Can you
not?
just be like, by the way, I'm crazy hot.
Well, so when the guy officially picked the Megan Fox lookalike, that chick Jessica finally flexed on him a little bit, and I think she was talking about more like the full package. But she was like, "You're gonna choke when you see me," and I think she meant more like just me as a woman. But I think a little bit of that was like, I've seen all these chicks, and I'm by far the baddest. And when you see this, he had told her, I have allergies, I need to carry an EpiPen everywhere. And she said it was on in front of her mind because she was like, oh my God, I have to like learn how to use this EpiPen. If he's my husband, I have to like know this. So it was on her head, and she was like, you're going to need your fucking EpiPen to open up your airways when you see me. And I'm like, oh, you're goddamn right, dude. So, yeah, I'm on my Love Is Blind shit. Follow along with me. I'll be making videos on YouTube and stuff about it in the next coming days.